Question says, find the area of the figure. This is a parallelogram, so we can use the area formula. Area equals base times height, where our base is 12 centimeters here. That's our base. And our height is 7 centimeters here. Remember that the height has to be perpendicular to the base. So we have area equals 12 times 7, or 84 centimeters squared. This question says, find the measure of the arc. And if you remember, the measure of the arc is equal to the central angle. So this is our central angle, which is 85 degrees. So this arc is also 85 degrees. This question says, find the length of the arc. We know the arc measure is 60 degrees because the central angle is 60 degrees, so this arc measure is 60 degrees. But we want the length, we want the distance of this arc. We can find the distance around the entire circle, that's the circumference. So circumference equals pi times diameter. And then we can figure out how long this is, because we can figure out what fraction 60 degrees is of 360, which is an entire circle. So if we have 60 degrees over 360, that is 1/6 of the circle. So we're going to have 1/6 of the circumference. So what we're going to have is arc length equals 1/6 of pi times diameter. Okay, we're given the radius here, so the radius equals 13. The diameter is twice the radius, so the diameter must equal 26. So if we plug that into this equation, we get 1/6 pi times 26. And then we can do some simplifying. Right, this is 26 over 6 times pi. We can simplify that fraction a bit. We can take a 2 out of there and leave us with a 3. We divide that by 2, we get a 13. So we end up with 13 over 3 times pi. If you're going to leave it in terms of pi, if you're going to estimate it as a decimal, you will get about 13.6. And since we're dealing with centimeters, we got to make sure we include our units. So we're talking about 13.6 centimeters. It says find the area of the sector. So what we're looking for is all of this in here. So this is our sector. And if we remember, area of a circle is equal to pi times the radius squared. That gives us the area of the entire circle. Okay, but we just want this area right here. So what we're going to do is find out what fraction of the entire circle is this area. And we can find that by noting that this arc measure we're told that this angle is 90 degrees, so this arc measures 90 degrees. Okay, so that means that this sector is 90 degrees out of 360 degrees. Okay, that's the fraction, and if we simplify that, we get 1/4 or 0.25. So 1/4, we want 1/4 of the area. That's what this sector represents. So now if we take the area, so we're looking at the area of the sector, and that's equal to 1/4 times our entire area, which is pi times radius squared. Our radius is 17 meters, so we have 1/4 times pi times 17 squared. So we square 17, we get 1/4 pi times 289. We rearrange our terms here. We end up with 289 over 4 pi, which is an acceptable answer if you want to leave it in terms of pi, or if you want to convert it to the decimal form, that's roughly equivalent to 226.9. Actually, it would round up to about 227 square meters. So either of these answers are acceptable.